Hey everyone, welcome to the Meat Hunters. My name is TK. For you guys that are new to the channel, I'm actually quite new to bow hunting. So at the end of every hunting trip, I do a little bit of a breakdown video. Today we're going to do it a little bit differently. This video is going to have slow motion shots, like kill shots. And if this sort of thing is something you don't want to see, it's time to change the channel now, okay? This is done for education purposes. We're not glorifying anything at all. For me to learn and grow as a bow hunter, and hopefully to help other people out as well, it's really important that I, humble myself and reflect on what happened in the past hunt, so I can become a better, more efficient hunter in the future. So again, if there's nothing overly gory, but there are some slow motion scenes with arrows and things passing through animals. If this is not your cup of tea, time to go to the next video. But for you that do want to stick around, this is called the empty quiver, and we're about to take a look at the top 3 things that I can learn from my last hunting trip. First up at number 1 is the mouflon shot. Now this one's a little bit of a picky situation, but I like to try and strive for perfection. Check it out. So let's take a look at the shot slowed down a bit. At first glance, it looks like a good shot. It hit the heart, and if you've seen the video, you know that it went down fast. But if we look at it in slow motion, the shot is a touch low, and because the animal is slightly quartering to a touch right. Here, ideally, is where I would have liked to put the shot. Picky, I know, the animal died super fast, but arrogance is the killer of progression, and it's good to be critical. I'm only going to get better from this stuff. Right, number 2 is kind of a funny one, right? I use a single pin, and basically this is me shooting over the top of a sheep at 20 meters where my pin was still set to 40. Probably a lot of people have done this.
There's a spoiler here, but anyway,
And I had them lined up perfectly by this tree here, but somebody had their sight set to 40 meters instead of 20 meters, and this is the result. And Jay, can you guess whose arrow it is again, bro? Your arrow, mate. We didn't include this in the main video, but we managed to get the head out with a little Hungarian charm.
I think that's loose enough.
So from this, I've now changed my sight. I love the Ultra View sight. The precision and quality is unbeatable, but for me and my hunting style, I need to be able to react faster. This says more about my brain than their product. So I'm going to keep the Ultra View sight for 3D shoots that I've started doing, because like I say, absolutely beautiful to shoot, really, really nice. But unfortunately, for me and my hunting style, I need to be able to react fast. Animals are not predictable, and I don't want to have to be thinking about changing my sight. To adjust for the distance. So I've gone back to a 5-pin sight, and I will stick to that now from hunting. That brings us to number 3, which is the pig shot that was in the 3rd episode. It turns out I got really lucky on this pig for more reasons than one. I'm not happy with the execution. I wasn't at the time. The shot was too far. I know that now. But check this out. You'll see what I mean. If you have not seen the episode, the general rundown is that we located a pig at a bait site that was about 90 meters from the track edge. I decided to stalk in and try my luck. Now, I've never stalked pigs before this moment, and so in my head, I don't want to blow the opportunity. I want to sneak in as close as I can to take a comfortable shot, which for me is 40 meters. On reflection now, we know that was too far, okay? I put that one to bed in the last video, but the other thing about that actually that I didn't realize is that, I had to do 2 50-meter one-armed, pump crawls, whatever you want to call them. And my arms were not in the best shape after this. Something I need to work on for training, right? However, as you're about to see, my slightly bad arms is probably what saved me and what got the pig down on the ground. So let's watch this first as it was viewed in the video, and then we'll break it down some more. The stuff that I'm about to show you, I'm really curious to know if anybody had picked up on it as well. So in this next scene, you're about to see a white dot and a red X. The white dot is representing where I was aiming. The X is the actual arrow trajectory. Check this out. So once again, the white dot is where I was aiming. The red X is where the arrow actually ends up. Where the video freezes in a second is where the arrow makes contact with the pig. So as you can see, the shot went to the right of where I was actually aiming. Now if we think about that, if the pig had not moved, the arrow probably would have missed the pig, okay? And if my shot was on target, I probably would have missed the pig because the pig would have been past the point of contact, or I would have wounded him badly. And there we have it, another hunting trip wrapped up. I'm a huge proponent for education in hunting, and in particularly bow hunting. So I do this because if I'm not willing to learn myself, how are others going to take me seriously? It's important to remember that nobody's perfect and everyone's going to make mistakes, especially when hunting. It's what that person does with the mistake, whether they choose to learn from it or ignore it, that's what makes the difference between a good hunter and an average hunter. We need to educate the public in Europe here about bow hunting so people can start to open their eyes and see how efficient bow hunting really is. A rifle is a tool, a bow is a tool. If you use a tool incorrectly, you're always going to get bad results. It doesn't matter what the tool is. And that is exactly what happens with bow hunting. If you use a bow correctly, train a lot, do all the good practice, you're going to have good results. And the other thing too, if you're sitting here pretending you're perfect and you've never made any mistakes hunting before, the chances are you just haven't done enough hunting and your time is going to come. It's just the way it is. Thanks for watching everyone. Remember, I'm TK. Please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you guys next week. Thanks a bunch.